This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Hola, and say hello to our friends jumping on now at 96.5 WCMF, Rochester's classic rock station. Good morning, Anchorage, Alaska, 94.7 KZND, Alaska's rock alternative, and our friends at 105.7 The X Rocks in Peoria, Illinois. Big show for you. We have Alice in Chains coming up on the program. Bad jokes as well, and we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. Our question, what are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hola.
Hey, so mine's probably not as intense as the last caller, but I would say I'm happy not to be working for the man and commuting into the city anymore.
Working for the man. Is the man a corporation?
Honestly, I've had kind of a handful of, I guess, more corporate career-type jobs, and they've just never really jived with me as a person and what I'm about and what I do.
Okay. What, you have, like, humanity inside of you or something? I mean, look,
you care.
I mean, like inevitably, look.
You give a crap.
It's just, most people that work for corporations care, but the corporation itself probably doesn't. Because inevitably, they just want to make money, right? I mean, that's it. And that's always the struggle that you go through. So do you work for yourself now?
I do, actually, and I was performing there at Redfest with you guys. I'm a freestyle motocross athlete.
Okay.
Oh, nice. No wonder you like your goddamn job. I mean, come on.
Really, the corporate atmosphere wasn't for you.
You fly through the air on a motorcycle and do drugs with your friends on the weekend, whatever you guys do. You know what I mean? You drink Red Bull and get effed up on a farm party. I mean, I don't know.
So, yeah, I can see how working a corporate job might not fit into your lifestyle. You said,
hold my beer in minute.
Right. Right. Actually came back and finished it.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
I'm sorry that freestyle of flying motocross inner city lifestyle didn't work out for you.
Not a lot in the inner city, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's fact. What? And those guys are unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that stuff is insane.
They said, hold my beer, and actually came back and finished their beer.
If you've ever really had dreams of flying or ever wanted to fly, that's about as close as you could actually get to flying.
You know what's funny, though, man? When I was a kid, stuff like that, I'm like, I want to do that, right? And my son does it now. He sees all this crazy X Games, whatever, wants to do that. It's so cool, and it is cool. At my age now, I see those guys do those things, and all I can think is, I never want to do that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand my mortality. I understand pain. I've been to the hospital, and it's cool to watch, but I'm like, there's no chance. So I hear my son say it now, and it just makes me giggle. I'm like, either figure it out now or give up on the dream, brother.
Yeah, what is that age?
You know what? Maybe, I'm going to say somewhere between 18 and 25, you start to understand just a little more. You know, as a kid, it looks exciting, and it's exciting if you can do it. You just don't understand what it takes to get to that point, and all I can see is pain. Hello, Sven. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, I'm not as good as that Robert guy.
Or the guy before, probably.
Why is everyone trying to I'm not as good as the last guy.
I don't want to downplay this too much, but I've got a real small penis.
You sound like me hitting on a woman. I'm probably not as good as the last guy you dated.
But
I'm going to give it the old college try.
Thanks for having me on. My story sucks.
Right.
Pretty much.
Okay. What are you glad you don't have to do anymore?
Well, when I was working maintenance at the retirement home,
say no more.
So, yeah.
How many condoms? I mean, are you
going to wear a condom
in a retirement
at that age?
I don't know. I would think so.
With a woman that age?
Yeah, probably.
Look, the STD. I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care, man. I'm in a closed environment.
I still think
I got gonorrhea, then guess what? So do 4 of the ladies
here. Exactly.
It's like, listen, I'm not going anywhere. We're all patients.
Were people having a lot of sex?
I walked in on one person once, but never again.
Was that how did you make eye contact?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
What did that look like? I picture uncooked bacon with a penis. You know what I mean? Just this wrinkly.
I think it's like somebody who's been in the bathtub too long, pruned up.
Yeah, right.
You know
Probably more like just a lot of extra foreskin, pretty much.
Everybody's favorite part.
Yeah. Foreskin. That's I haven't even seen that thumbnail on a porn site.
Well, yeah.
Extra
Oh,
like
probably
there's
go
a
check it.
million things on there, man. You can find it, but I've never seen like puffy foreskin. That sounds like a children's character.
Foreskin aside,
Yeah.
the worst time I ever had to clean up feces. I'm trying to keep this clean.
We got that.
Okay, and I guess the story was that I got from the one that does the pills, whatever.
Okay.
I forgot right now. And so I guess the old lady went to her kitchen to get something to eat, and there's like a triangle corner of carpet, and then the rest linoleum. And she went to reach for something in the kitchen. She's in her gown, and I guess coughed, and it just happened to land right on the carpet next to the linoleum.
Because she coughed.
Because she coughed one
Oh,
out.
yeah.
She coughed
And
out a
then
turd.
housekeeping or whatever decided, like, oh, okay, this is a maintenance issue. No, it's not. They just made a...
Stop pooping! Stop pooping! Anyway, stop. No more story. Coughed out a turd? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
How could you cough up a turd?
I guess she clenched her gut.
And then the turd comes.
She clenched her gut and rocketed one out. So she coughs, man. You know your stomach compresses. And she pooped.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. No, your story's all right, man. Your story's just fine. It's funny.
Yeah, didn't you say
It's gonna suck.
I mean, talking about old woman coughed a turd on carpet.
That's pretty good, man. That's all right.
I mean, you came to the right
Oh, yeah,
place.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff.
Man,
And I couldn't even think of how to clean this thing up to begin with, and I'm just like, all right, well, it's on the carpet, so I'm going to go get the carpet cleaner. I
Oh.
just stuck the carpet cleaner right on the thing and just sucked the whole thing up.
did that work?
Oh, yeah, cleaned it up like a...
All right. I don't know if I'd have
Yeah,
done
I
that
was
or
thinking
not.
just like a
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner and
Really?
mushing it in.
Oh, I was thinking cut that piece of carpet out.
Yeah. Jeez, it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I got a
well,
rule.
then I got to replace that carpet, and I don't know how to replace carpet. I was not down.
I would be more willing to figure out how to replace carpet than I'd be willing to try to figure out how to suck an old woman's poop out of it.
What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
I mean, sorry, man. I stand firmly. I feel very comfortable.
no,
with it.
I know.
Given the choice, do you want to try to clean this little triangle of carpet or replace? I'm replacing it. Mm-hmm. Hello, Angela. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola.
Hey, first of all, guys, I want to thank you. I had a rough week the other week, and turning you guys on at 2 o'clock from 6 o'clock helped me get through it. So,
Oh,
You know what the irony is? We are also responsible for you having that bad week.
Yes, exactly.
You didn't know that.
you killed my dog.
Oh, God.
Hey, wait.
I didn't step into that one.
Nobody
this time.
said that. We
was-
said Pet Solutions.
Oh, for Pet Solutions.
No, they signed
was
the
a
waiver.
rogue thing.
Pet Solutions, not us.
Well, that sucks.
Sorry
anyhow,
about
but thanks anyway, guys. So,
Yeah.
anyhow, the job that I'm glad that I no longer, something that I'm glad I no longer have to do is menial jobs. Back when I was a kid, I had to work at Chuck E. Cheese. And at the end of our shift, I know that's bad enough.
How many fights did you see in Chuck E. Cheese?
You know, at that time, it was still pretty much under control because it was a long time ago, and it was more
Okay.
kids just in there. But as time went on, yeah, the adults came in.
All right.
Military coming a lot.
No, okay.
See my house? Adults going in there ruin the
Now,
place.
I got to ask you, because we've had discussions about Chuck E. Cheese. Can you just walk in without a birthday party going on?
Yes.
You can't.
No, as an adult.
As an adult.
without children.
People did, yeah. Usually people bring kids, but no, absolutely you could come in because you could still come in and have beer, and yeah, there was.
All right.
Did you keep an extra eye on those people? Because I know I can come in and have a beer. There's a lot of places I can go in and have a beer. So, like, if Red Robin's next door and I choose Chuck E. Cheese to grab a beer, there's something wrong with me.
I agree.
Okay. So, what is your
Although
story?
we had good video games, I guess, and things is what the draw was. So.
Okay.
I don't know. There's something creepy about an adult just going to Chuck E. Cheese by
That's what I was
himself.
gonna say.
Without
I
a
mean,
child.
you can still go to Game Center. You can go to Jillian's. You can go to
Dave
Dave
and
Buster's.
Buster's.
Like, they design bars for adults
Right.
with games. It's not Chuck E. Cheese.
And better pizza. So where else did you work besides Chuck E. Cheese?
I'm sorry?
I said, where else did you work besides Chuck E. Cheese?
Denny's, and then I went into a profession, so.
Okay. All right.
I'm a hooker now.
That's right.
I probably would have made more money. But
I guarantee you would have.
I'm not a very good dog walker.
So what is the thing you're glad you don't have to do anymore? Is it just Chuck E. Cheese in general, or is there any one event where you said, hey, man, it's time for me to go?
One event, and you actually sparked that memory when you were talking with the previous caller about how to clean up human excrement.
Oh, boy.
I drew the short stick that night, and I got bathroom cleanup, and I'm assuming it was one of the guys that I worked with. I can't confirm this, but somebody went and dropped a deuce in the urinal.
Oh, no.
What, you think it was someone you worked with?
Well, I imagine they probably thought it was funny.
Well, it's kind of funny. But
It'd be tough for a kid to do that.
Where a kid can be a kid, though.
Well, we were in our teens, most of us working there, so they had the height.
Now, listen, that said, if I had been your coworker, without question, it would have been me. I have no doubt about that. But I was always the odd man out, but that kind of thing I find entertaining. But do you suspect which one of your coworkers it was, or you just think it's one of them in general?
No, and I think it was one of them in general.
Okay.
In the 20 some odd years ago.
At least it wasn't in the ballroom or one of those situations.
No, one last question, though. Again, a turd at the bottom of the ball pit.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to find it.
That sounds horrible. You got to clean off each ball.
Turd at the ball pit.
Ooh, poop at the ball pit.
Would you just hit the PA?
I don't know.
Everyone out of the ball pit. There's a turd at the ball pit. Sunk to the bottom. It's going to take us a while to find us.
Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I don't know, Mom. I think it's paint. I found it in the ball pit. Like, what? It's all over you, son.
Jesus Christ.
God, that would be a nightmare.
What are you really... I hope nobody does that. Don't take that suggestion. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
What are you doing in there?
Hold the line for your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
If you're a fan of the Big Bang Theory, spoiler alert, they're not doing it anymore. They announced that the show is no more, and the reason, basically, according to Entertainment Weekly, Jim Parsons just doesn't want to do the show anymore. He's tired of it. He's making $1 million plus an episode, and the 2-season renewal that CBS was trying to negotiate could have paid him more than $50 million. But for whatever reason, he's like, no, I'm just done. He did thank everybody involved, cast, crew, writers, and fans of the show.
You know you're doing well. You know you're doing well with money, or you know you're really sick of something when someone says, hey, man, if you can stick around, I'll give you $50 million. To do the job, and when you're like, that's all right.
And you also know that the possibility of they're going to come back with more money at some point in time. They're going to want to do a reboot or whatever the deal. You're going to make money off syndication that you can't even believe.
It's already in syndication.
That's right. Been on the air for 12 years.
If he's getting out now, I bet the last couple contracts, the number he put out there was ridiculous, and they fulfilled it. So he went, all right, I got to do it.
Right.
Oh, could be.
It makes $1 million an episode.
So our question: what are you really glad that you? And that's horrible. Who would want that? What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
I can't believe they pay him so little. We get what, $2.5 million per show?
Sure, something like that. We're loaded.
This is fantastic living. So a few comments have rolled in. It says, "Hey, don't laugh about coughing and the turd." We had a caller that said that
they coughed out a turd.
Is working at a nursing home. He had to clean the carpet. Essentially, she coughed, but released her bowels. So I'll clean this up a little bit. It says, "Don't laugh about the coughing and the turd. I had the best karaoke experience in my life. And when it was over, so were my bowels." That had to be a romantic moment.
Oh, my God.
That had to be.
Oh, no. Really?
Now,
That's what that trick.
listen.
Wait a minute, hold on. You trying to tell me if it was one of the best ever, that's what ended up happening to you?
Well, yeah, it's all roughly the same muscles, right?
All right, all right. Okay.
But to be fair, it sounds disgusting, but that woman had to think, I'm really good at this.
God, that would suck.
I mean, I easily remember the best one. I don't remember pooping.
I hope you just didn't.
Yeah.
Or maybe you blocked it out. Another comment says, our entire job, and this goes to you, Ted, you said when you're working as a janitor, your power play was the fact, hey, man, you have the toilet paper.
I load them and unload them.
And people would treat you poorly on the one floor, and what do you know? They happen to run out of toilet paper. This guy says our entire job site was slowed down to a crawl one day because the honey buckets were out of toilet paper. I had a few wads of it from an MRE that I had. I had the power that day.
I had the power.
Yeah. And then as far as the question,
Yes, I will take that promotion.
what are you really glad you don't have to do anymore? This guy says, I'm retired Navy. I'm glad I don't have to leave my family for many months on overseas deployments anymore.
Yeah, I bet.
Right. But then I thought to myself, but is your family? See, that's
I would
what
also
Jasper
say,
said.
even though, I'm 37, but I am happy every day I don't have homework.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, they get a lot of homework now. I think
see,
they
that's the
get, they
problem.
get more homework now than they ever have.
Now I have
It's
homework
bad.
because they have homework.
They have a lot of homework.
And
A ton of homework.
here's the
You
problem.
think
all right?
we had a lot of homework? They got I'm here to tell you.
My
they have
daughter
a ton of homework.
is in first grade, and in my mind has an inordinate amount of homework. The problem is she actually likes it.
Okay.
She acts
Yeah.
on to get a paternity test with her because she really enjoys doing homework. I'm like, you cannot possibly be my child, except for the fact actually last night she farted in my hand. That proves perhaps she is my child.
How did she do that?
I was pushing her up into bed, and she goes, "Daddy, wait!" Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it was deep like that, and the turns around and looks at me with this kind of smile. I'm like, "Did you seriously just fart in my hand?" Good night, Daddy. I love you. That's how our night ended.
Did your wife get good grades?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Conversation never came up.
I don't know. I don't know. Not really, man. I have no freaking idea. But my son, all right, so he's in kindergarten, and like they give him homework, and this is dumb stuff for kindergarten. But the problem, everything requires scissors, glue. So even though it's easy, it is very time consuming. And it's like, why do I have to do homework? I've done my effing time.
What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
I really sound like a terrible parent.
Thank God for Google, though. I'd save my ass.
I don't let him do that, man.
I mean, as far as me being able to help.
Oh, yes, that's
You know,
I'll be right
let me
back.
check something out here.
Hang on, I got to work for a second.
Oh, you carry that. That's right.
That's right. Hello, Jackson. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's up?
Hola.
I am super glad I don't have to go to high school anymore.
There you go.
What was your GPA there?
It was actually 3.7 because, I knew I had to do good, but
Why did you? I mean,
I was tired of all the...
Well, you did pretty
What?
well, though. It's like you won high school. I mean, you got a 3.7. That's
Doesn't mean you enjoyed it.
yeah, no, but you're still good at something that you couldn't stand.
Yeah.
That'll suit you well in life.
Right, exactly. Like I was bad at something I couldn't stand. You know what I mean? There's two sides of that. So
So what was it? Just all the high school drama and the nonsense?
Yeah, everything like that. Just dealing with people who didn't respect the teachers and stuff. And some of the teachers were hard to get along with as well.
Well, sure. I mean, you put people together, it's inevitable. How old are you now?
I just turned 18.
So you just got out.
did you? Are you in college?
I'm going to trucking school first and then college eventually.
Okay.
But,
What do you think you're going to take
But,
in college?
business management. My plan is to own my own trucking business.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, nothing wrong. You got a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you really glad?
But,
you don't- What's that?
Speaking of school, I used to go to school with your daughter, Miles.
Oh, you did. Which one? My oldest?
I don't know, and I don't know if you want me to say her name or the school or anything like that.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, that's cool, man. As long as you didn't. You
Was
didn't
she cool?
yeah. As long as you didn't go out.
Yeah,
with her,
she
I
was
don't care.
cool.
All right.
All right. You never dated her, though, right?
No, but I knew a kid who did.
Did you do drugs?
Oh, boy.
Did you do?
Oh, boy.
Did you do drugs with her or anything like that? Did you guys go drinking?
No, nothing like that. I didn't know her
Sure, you
like
tell me.
that.
Okay.
A grade below you.
What did you think she said? What do you think he said, son?
My daughter? That's what you thought he said? Oh, my God. You thought my daughter would do something like that?
Below him.
How dare you? Jeez. No,
I am so happy you called, son.
Wow,
That's a good time.
below him.
Good times.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
You tell what Robin and I think of your family.
Wow.
I gotta say, that was one of the more awkward things in all the years of doing this show. I don't know when he goes, I went to school with your daughter, Miles. I was like, oh,
no.
here we go.
You know what her nickname was?
That's right.
Party time.
Well, she's an adult now. Nothing I can do.
I know,
about it.
right?
Thank God. Not on me anymore.
Below him. Hello, hello, Dan. Welcome to the men's room.
Boy.
Hola!
Hola.
So I was in the military for 13 years, 3 years Army, 10 years Marines, and I am so glad I don't have to run anymore.
So I mean, I run voluntarily.
Which is idiotic.
You would never want to go out and just beat the pavement, do 3 or 4 miles?
Oh no, those people who run voluntarily, I don't understand that.
I'll tell you what's wrong with them. They're all certifiable. I'm dead serious.
But you run.
Yeah,
I know.
Get up at 5 in the morning after you've been out drinking all night long with your buddies, and then go run about 3 to 5 miles. And then, if you're running past the chow hall, you smell that bacon cooking too. And that really adds to the enjoyment of the whole experience.
Let me ask you this, man. You're in the military for 13 years. If you had to estimate, how many miles total do you think you ran in your military career?
Estimate, I'd have to say at least 100,000, at least.
100,000 miles.
Is there like a different...
But I'm a bad estimator, too.
Is there like a different club for guys like you that have been in 2 branches?
I don't know. I guess. I'm just a glutton for punishment, I guess.
Okay.
Which one was first, the Army or the Marine Corps?
I was in the Army first. I was airborne infantry there. And I got out after 3 years, wanted to go to college and everything, but that was like pre-internet days. And I couldn't, had a hard time getting into college and figuring out that whole way because nobody in my family was there. So I was like, hell with it. I'll just go back in the military. This time I'll go in the Marines. And I went in as a cook, which is a whole lot better than being infantry.
Yeah, it is, man.
Okay, all right. Very good. Yeah, running is, Well, that's
but
the thing.
do it.
I do it, but I'm not making myself get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
But you still do. It's not about what time you get up. It's the fact that you're awake and decide, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I was going to go running.
Why not?
I'm just going to leave my home.
Put on these shoes.
And just run. But not take a walk. Like I'm going to. Like
I walk every day, too. I mean, I walk into work.
I get that. Like, most people walk places, right? Like, you don't just run. Like, people that are running late run, people that are being chased run. But the idea of just running. And I know people do it. And I've asked before, and people always say, hey, man, you get the sense of accomplishment. It's like, I feel that way when I'm done masturbating. It's like, look, there's a lot of ways, you know what I mean? If I reach fulfillment, I feel very satisfied that I've reached my goal.
And I think for him, being in the military that long, it's probably, Miles, how you feel about, you're talking about like football stuff, right?
Right.
Like you'll go running.
Yeah.
But if somebody said, hey, do you want to run some you want to go through stations?
Sprint?
You'd probably be like, no.
No.
I'm not touching those bags.
Right. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Alex. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
I'm very grateful that I don't have to get into disgusting cars anymore. I was a service advisor for many dealerships, and the smell of cigars, the pack rats, and the stale farts were horrible.
Could you identify the smell of a stale fart?
What does a fresh fart smell like compared to a stale one?
Well, we know what a fresh one smells like for sure. But what does it smell like when it's aged, but it's still in the vicinity?
Just like stagnant and just old. And it's like clearly someone has a long commute and a bad diet.
Yeah, you know what, man? I used to, back to Hagerstown, this town I worked in, there was this guy that I worked with, and his name was the Round Mound of Sound. And he went through one of those gastro procedures to lose weight.
All right.
And then when he was done with that, he said the hell with it and went back to his ways of eating, which is not very good to do. And he really had a rotten gut. I mean, it was a rotten gut. And
how many times did you experience the depth of its rottenness?
And we had a very small studio, just a very little tiny box, and that's where everybody, that's where the station broadcast out of. There was one chair. And it was a chair like these. There was a cushion, and his farts were unmistakable. I mean, you never smelled anybody else's farts that smelled like his. They were uniquely awful.
He called himself the Round Mound of Sound.
Right. Yes, they were uniquely horrific. But when you sat in that chair at the beginning of your shift, there was a quaff that came up.
Right.
Poof.
Push out the left.
It was Randy's ass.
Yeah, exactly. He disturbed the crypt, man. And the mummy's coming to get you.
I swear, you could almost see the air. You know what I mean? It was just so.
Did you ever get a fart stick? So what's going to happen. Take the stick like a broom handle. Just press the seat, get the seat, so it doesn't hit you first.
Oh, but I'm telling you, man, that cloth seat, man. When she sat down, he just smelled Randy's ass.
You think that's why there's not a lot of cloth seats in cars anymore? Some of the older cars had cloth seats. That seems to have gone away. Mm-hmm. And I wonder because it just traps all your butt sweat, every fart, everything just soaks into that cushion under your butt, man.
Yep. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Joe.
Hola.
Oh, hola, guys.
Hola.
Hey, so what I'm glad not to be doing anymore is I used to work at an automotive shop down in Kent, and the owners, they lived in a trailer right in the parking lot.
Classy.
And his wife was so lazy that from doing nothing all day, she'd be so tired. When she got back with her laundry, she'd need help carrying it in. And we just did chores around the house instead of working sometime.
Oh, I mean, so basically they just hired you to take care of their personal stuff?
Pretty much.
How long did you put up with that?
I worked there for maybe 6 months, and then I got sick of it.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, there was a lot going on there. It was crazy, man. Every single day.
As a general, this is just me. If I go to a business and the people that own the business live on the property, I go, oh, that's cool. Do you have a studio above? They go, no. We live in the double wide in the middle of the parking lot. Like, it's just, I don't know. Something tells me, like, I don't know. I just don't want to do business with you.
No, I'm here all the time. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Jake. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
All right, guys. Well, right after high school, I had started working at Park and Recreation, and basically I would have to clean the restrooms, mow the lawn, all that stuff. Obviously. What's that?
No, go ahead. You cut out there for a minute. We thought you were gone, so you had to clean the bathrooms and cut the grass and all that crap. Go ahead.
Right. Well, it was open to the public, obviously, and people can get in really easily. No one, no guard telling you couldn't come in. And there was this one bathroom, and it was on a timer. So basically, come 6 o'clock, the doors would unlock, and anybody can go in there. And I would have to come in and clean them. Well, one day I go in there, and there was an old lady there, leaned over the sink, and she was, bathing herself.
Was she naked?
Oh, yes. Very naked.
Okay. And you walked in, so I'm guessing you're looking at her saggy ass first.
I was basically looking at, Gumdrops, the twins. And, she wasn't like,
Gumdrops.
A good lady. She was pretty beat up, and I was like, listen, man, you can't do that in here. You got to go.
Gumdrops. I'll never get that out of my head.
I was picturing like a Star Wars character.
Gumdrops.
God damn.
I'll never eat one again.
I've
had my last gumdrop.
Officially.
It's all jelly.
Oh, boy. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-OLA.
Eat gumdrops.
Gumdrops.
Yeah. Hello, Isaiah. Welcome to the men's room. Hola.
Hello. Hola.
Hello, Isaiah. Welcome to the show.
Hola, I'm on my way to Slayer right now, actually.
Okay, well, good for you, Slayer. All right.
Yeah. So I think I got a topper for the coffin, too, and the first story as well.
All right.
When did today become a competition?
All we said was, what are you really glad you don't have?
Truck stop, right?
Okay.
And so I'm going to the bathroom because I used to work in the food court, and the maintenance man, he stops by and he's like, do not go in shower 5. And I'm like, I'm curious now, right? So I got to go see.
Right. I don't know.
I peek my head around the door, right, and just to look into the shower room to see what was wrong with it. And some trucker had taken his lot lizard in there, and, I mean, every bodily fluid imaginable, plus Taco Bell everywhere. The ceiling, the floor. Yeah, liquid diarrhea, blood. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. God damn. Did you have to clean that up?
Turn the shower on.
The maintenance man had to. So that was like, yeah, never go in shower 5 at Pilot Flying J ever in your life.
I mean, even after it's cleaned up, I would never go in there, man.
Oh, boy.
That's like a murder scene.
Yeah,
and
really
somehow, and look, you can walk into a scene and say, this is one of the most horrific murders I've seen in my 25 years on the police force. There's blood everywhere. They'll show you like still shots on the news and you go, oh my God, that's horrible. Footprint. Somehow when you add poop and say the word Taco Bell and add that to the exact same scene, it's so much worse.
What are you really glad you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-HOLA.
And blood.
And blood. Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, guys?
Doing great, man. Thanks.
So one thing I'm glad I don't have to do anymore is I used to work as a valet parking attendant at a hospital, and the amount of different things I had to do was uncountable. We had a local homeless lady we called Dee, and she would run up to all the people coming in, and I swear she probably hadn't had a shower in at least 10 years.
Okay.
And we found out, actually, that she murdered her husband and went to prison for about 20 years and came out. And so every time we had to deal with her, it was a little bit unsure because we didn't know if we were about to get stabbed or not. And but one time she finally had gotten some stuff that looked exactly like us, and she made her way into the hospital, and she was chasing people down, yelling at them for some money, and then all of a sudden she just kind of came around the corner right out in front of us and just, desiccated out right into her pants, and then just kind of pulled the pants down and then took them off and left them there.
Hey, man, she could have thrown them at you.
Oh, boy.
That is the ultimate FU move. Right? Isn't that the ultimate?
What is happening?
One last gift for you.
We had a story about a running back who doesn't play in the preseason, and the Big Bang Theory isn't going to do it anymore because Jim Parsons doesn't want to do it.
So now we're talking about poop.
Our question, what are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-HOLA. Hold the line, more your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, the band Alice in Chains joins us. Our question, what are you really glad you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-HOLA.
Oh, why the hell not? Hello, Jareth. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
That's Jareth.
It's how Shannon Sharp sings it. I went to Jareth.
Jareth.
All right, so I am glad I don't have to do CQ duty with the Army anymore.
Did you say CP duty?
CQ.
CQ duty. What is CQ duty for the non-military folks?
For all intents and purposes, it is a 26-hour shift of sitting around doing nothing but staring at four walls, making sure the big brick building doesn't burn to the ground.
Oh, okay.
How many hours a day?
So turns out about 26 hours by the time you're done with it. So you wake up at 5, go do your normal morning PT, and then when you're done with that, you go eat, and then you sit at this desk, and that's where you sit for the next 24 hours. Okay,
and how often do you do this? How many days a week?
It's complete. They say it's random. They've got a shift, but I mean, it's about as random as
me getting searched at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Like the long weekend, and immediately followed by the random urine test.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Do you get to watch television? Can you do anything?
Nope. I mean, you can get if you can get your laptop down there, you're not supposed to. And if you get caught with it, then you're SOL. But
is this a form of punishment?
No, this is something that has to happen.
Why does
basically
it
you're there to check in any guests that come in.
Oh, sure. Okay. All right.
But you're in the barracks on post. Nobody's coming in.
Okay. All right. I got you.
And you can only clean everything so many times before you're starting to clean paint.
You start to see things.
Yes.
Typically, my experiences of being up for 24 hours, drugs withstanding, you start to just get to the point where, man, you start fading pretty fast.
But you don't realize it.
No, you don't.
I had one gig like that, same thing. I just partied too hard, but was awake, basically the same thing. I'm sitting at a quote-unquote security desk in an office building on a Sunday. Nobody's coming in, but as I'm there, I kept thinking I saw smoke. And I realized, seriously, to the point where I kept checking for it, and I realized it's just my eyes were fogging on the side. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going crazy, man.
You get loopy.
Yeah, the worst one was, so there was one night when I was on duty when the alarm system for the armory went down for some reason. Nobody knows, never actually, I don't think they ever found out what happened.
But the alarm system went down. So now not only am I sitting up for 24 hours, I am now sitting in front of this big steel door with a loaded rifle. And like, okay, the lights of the building are still on, but the power wasn't cut, but just this alarm system went down. I'm like, okay, this is intentional, and someone's going to come around the corner, and I'm going to have to shoot him. I'm like,
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, you're thinking that way. Absolutely. What are you really glad that you don't have to do anymore? 844-999-HOLA.
I like that's his thought. Man, someone's going to come around the corner. I'm going to have to shoot him. That sucks. Just want to go right to the desk. Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
I am so glad I've reached the point in my career where I no longer have to wax male genitalia.
All right.
Preach on, sister.
Yeah. How many regulars did you have?
I only stopped 3 years ago.
You know?
No, you didn't. You were just in last week, and you're the reason I retired.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Spicy too.
What makes it so bad?
I had several regulars, all straight men. Interestingly enough, there's a big stereotype about it being gay men, but it's not. They're all straight men. And probably 5 or 6 that were regulars, and then others that came in that were randoms here and there. But yeah,
I mean, are they doing the berries? Or are they turning the kiwi into grapes? If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, twigs, berries, the whole deal.
The whole deal.
Yeah, front door, back door, indoor, outdoor.
Is this something that they're interested in, or is this at the request from their significant other?
Usually, a little of both, but usually it was something that was their request.
Okay, so do you actually put the wax on their testicles and just rip it straight off?
Yes, I do.
And what is their reaction?
I did, yes, I used to.
What is their reaction at that moment? Their reaction at that moment?
They're usually a little nervous when you first start doing it because they're afraid of getting erections or this or that, but, I just kind of look at them and say,
not me, baby.
I'm not afraid of it.
You can count on it.
When it comes off, that turtle's going in the shell, and it's a lot of work to get the turtle back out of the shell. So that's really part of the reason. It's a lot of work. Like women's doing
how much work do you put in?
I mean, everybody's spending a lot of time
for you. Isn't it good the turtle's in the shell?
I'm sorry?
For you, isn't it good that the turtle's in the shell?
No, because if the hair is growing up the twig, you've got to be able to get it off of there. And if it's in the shell, you got to pull it and stretch it to get the wax off.
I got to ask you a question. I would have to think you'd have to be pretty confident in your penis to go and get a wax like that. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these guys are doing pretty well for themselves.
You mean?
No, she said
are they trying to clean it up to make it look bigger, or are you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
I wonder what naked berries look like. A grown man's naked testicles. I don't even think such a thing existed.
I'm not sure. That is crazy.
They all look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, right? A little goatee.
Wow. What are you really glad you don't have to do anymore?
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.